see if there's anybody. Oh yeah, I've already got some folks up here. Hella Doggy said hi. Well, I get off on some of the names, some of the screen names people use. It's amusing. I really get off on it on some of the names people. Uh, okay, Dream 13G. Okay, said hi. Thank y'all. I hope you like it. For those of you who are new, I just try to play a little bit of everything. I'm not feeling too good right now. I'm hoping that I'll feel a little bit better here in just a little bit. I took a, what do you call it, a goodie. I think I was having a little headache or so, and I just feel a little weak tonight. So uh, I'm hoping that that goodie will kick in. I'm hoping that I'll feel a little bit better a little bit. But anyway, I hope to. Oh, for those of you who are new, I play country one moment, a little blues the next, a little jazz the next. I try to hop around and just mix it all up because different people like different types of music. The only three types I don't like, and the reason why I make this little speech every time I come online is so nobody will ask me to play uh, heavy metal. I don't play punk music or rap music. One of the reasons why is because it's got bathroom wall language in it, and I don't want to be put off line by playing along with something that YouTube might consider violent vulgarity. I watched messages come on the screen before that's warned other people, how they talk and everything. And even though I put on here before I come on, it's not for kids. I know kids are going to be using their parents' phone listening in, and I don't mind that at all. But I don't want to play anything that's got real bad language in it. So those three types I don't play. Now you might say, well, I know some rap that doesn't have that. Well, that's good. And if you find some that don't have it, please let me know the name of it. Some guys from Africa here a while back, a few weeks ago, they tricked me. They got me onto a rap song. Boy, it sounded good, and I enjoyed playing it. All of a sudden, they ruined it by coming out with bathroom wall language in it. And I thought, boy, it's... And for some reason, they always put down the women. You never hear a rap song that talks bad about men. They always put down the women. They call them horrible names and stuff. But you never hear them talking bad about the men. It's the women they talk bad about. Okay, folks, this is an old one, but boy, now you're going to hear a classic here. This is Gorilla's Gone. I might have to turn it down a little bit because it's after 12 midnight here, and I don't want to have the police call on me. I've had the police come about 5 times, and I was warned last time, and the fine can go up to $1,000. So I'm going to be playing a little lower. I wish I could have come on earlier, but I've been sleeping all day. I had so much running to do yesterday, and now I'm so tired from it. I might have to adjust the sound, the loudness. If you see me looking off in the background, I got a TV right behind me, and I'm looking at the news sometimes. I think that goodie's got my nose running.
The treatment is so good, I began to feel special.
going to sound crazy, but I can tell when my pinched nerves in my back are affecting this right arm. Sometimes it sends a tingling down this arm, down to these fingers here, and it interferes with me having a faster respond with my picking. So every now and then when that happens, I get up, I get out of your sight just to bend over and pull down on my neck to crack it or so. I've had MRIs and they said there's all kinds of stuff going. I've already had one operation. I'm not in pain, but some of this when you're, how can I explain it without trying to sound like I'm a doctor? Um, you've got these little bones that go all the way up your back. That's your spine. In between each bone, you got like a little donut. That's a little cushion. And sometimes those little cushions bust and they herniate out and they push against the nerves that either go down your legs or down your arms. And sometimes it don't burn and it don't hurt so much, but it numbs your ability in that part of the body. But if it goes down the leg, sometimes it hurts so bad it's like somebody sliced you back open, took a live coal and stuck it in there, sewed you up and said, go live with that. And you wonder why people are on pain medicine like they are at times. So, I don't never second guess somebody's pain. If somebody tells me they're in pain, I just believe it. Because, but anyway, let me just step right over here. Sometimes I stand up and I push my neck up and I can feel the warmth go into my brain actually. It's like the blood starts flowing again like it's supposed to. Now I've got a neck stretcher. Looks like a little drag line, like a little crane that you hook on a door or a tree. I used to have this board that went from tree to tree and I would put that up there and it sleeves around your head and you start jacking it up and it stretches your neck, but boy, afterwards you feel so much better. I just don't want no more back operations. So let me alleviate myself a bit with, it won't even take a minute. Just bear with me, please. Oh, I heard it crack. Okay. Oh, I heard it crack. I remember years ago, I was in my van, and I've got a real nice, comfortable van with a comfortable bed in my van. It's got thick foam, and I stayed in it that night. But somehow I twisted and turned, and I invoked so much pain upon me that if I went to the hospital and they gave me a shot, whether it was morphine or whatever, it didn't even phase it. So I found that the only thing that would help would be lidocaine. And that's where they give you the numbing stuff. All it does, you don't get no euphoria or nothing out of it, but it numbs it. The emergency room wouldn't give me none. They said I had to go to a regular doctor for that. So right behind the hospital around the corner, went to the doctor. I said, I'm in so much pain. I said, I twisted and I turned somehow, and a nerve's pinched and it's burning like fire. Can you give me a shot? And I showed them right where. They said, it's only going to last 30 minutes. I said, ma'am, I said, when you're in pain, 5 minutes is like 5 days. It seems like an eternity. I said, if I can get just 30 minutes relief from this pain. And as soon as they put that Novocaine in my back and it got numb like they do with your gums when they pull a tube, boy, I was so relieved and I thanked them so much. Of course, that cost money, but I had medical insurance. But anyway, it is what it is. I think it's not only part of growing old sometimes that your discs get to deteriorating, but I fell offshore years ago. I was a pipe welder offshore, by God's good grace only, and I had to have a back operation, and I never want to go through that again. I never do. I mean, I never want to go through that again. So anyway, I'm trying alternatives all these years later. Once in a while, like I said, MRIs was done just a few weeks back, and they was telling me that nerves and disc things just aren't right. So anyway, I just try to do these exercises, to loosen up things. I'm just so thankful it's not like it was in that van. Now that went on for about a week or so, and I mean, every time that medicine would wear off, I'd be in such misery. And I'd try to get in a position where, and I mean burning like fire. So one day, I thought of this news article in Tennessee that I read that took up a whole page. This guy came into town and he had stretching machines. And years ago, if you hurt your back, you went in a hospital and they hung weights on these cables at the foot of your bed. And those cables went up over a roller and they hooked it to parts of your body to stretch. Well, now all that's electric. And so many people were just praising this guy for alleviating them of pain. So when I hurt my back in my band that time, it went on for about a week, and I mean, it was like a fire in my back. I thought of, hey, why don't you just do your best to stretch? I grabbed this arm standing up and I pulled it. I tried to act like I wasn't pushing it. I tried to limber it, and I started twisting, standing in one spot as far as I could and holding it. I grabbed this arm and twisted and held it as far as I could. And I mean, immediately that pain left and has never come back like that. Never. Of course, now I'm not going to give the thanks to the exercise. I thank God for it. He gave me the knowledge of what to do. But I think God just reached down in me and pulled that disc off that nerve or something. Boy, I didn't have to go to the doctor no more and have that shot. I was so thankful. Folks, let me tell you, your health is your wealth. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the health to go with it, you're still blowed up. And it's wonderful if you can live a life that's pain free. But I think sometimes there's a reason why pain enters in our life, you know. Okay, old legend, yeah, B.B. King was. And hello from Russia. Okay, oh, wait, I've got somebody from Russia. There's this people from Russia had requested a song a while back that I play. I want to play this song. It's a Russian song. Now, we won't understand the words of it, but this is a group that in Russia that is before they're in a concert and everybody is just jumping up and down. We won't understand the words, but let me just play this for the guy from Russia here. His name's Alexander Popov. Let me play this song from Russia for him. My friend, this is for you. Let me get it. It's like I don't know how to describe the style, but you know, I got over 500 songs. Let me just do it the quick way. Songs from Russia. And I'm sure it's going to pop up. It shows this guy on stage.
Songs from Russia.
I wish I could remember the guy's name. It had so many hits on it. If I could remember his name, it would go right to it. Oh, please. Yeah, the guy's on a stage. Of course, I've got other songs from Russia, but this one song, everybody from Russia seems to like. I wish I could think of the name of the group once again. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But for some reason, he isn't popping up. So I'm going to have to go back to my, okay, I'm down in my downloads, and it's in my downloads. I'll come across in just a moment. Just bear with me. I'll try to carry on a little conversation with you while I'm looking for this. And for some reason, I'm thinking that the name of the group or the name of the song starts with an N. And let's see, that's not it. And but I've got it here. It's a song that, and that's for those of you who are new. I try to play songs from Ukraine, uh, Iran, India. I try to play songs from all over the world at times, and so oh, I thought I had it there. It can't be much further, folks. It can't be much further, so just please bear with me. He's on stage, and you know what? I need to write it down, and I think I am. When I'm finished playing tonight, I've got a chart here that's got all these guitar cards and stuff on it. I'm going to write down the name of this group so that when somebody from Russia comes on, okay, I know I'm close because here's some Iranian guitarists I play with them sometimes. But this one guy from Russia, boy, he's got so many people that have tuned into this one video to listen to. Okay, I'm sure I'm getting real close now. Oh, yes, please. Hurry up and pop up now. I don't want to keep everybody waiting too long here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something while I'm in my downloads. I should have typed in Russia while I was in my downloads here, and it might pop right up if I don't come across it here real soon. I've got so many songs, but I'm not complaining. You see, once I start playing, if I could hold up for hours, so far I think the longest I've been blessed to go is about 7 hours, and I don't know if I can go that long tonight, folks. Maybe I'll start feeling better here in just a little bit. Okay, my goodness, this thing should have done popped up. If not, I'm gonna have to type in. Wait a minute, I think it's close, real close now. Russian song. Russian song. I think the name of the group starts with an N. I could just remember. I thought it would have popped up, but it should in my. Oh, I passed it. I went past it, but instead of putting you through all that, let me just do this real quickly. Just since I'm in my downloads, hopefully it'll pop right up. Russian song. This song was
Russian song.
This song was requested of me. They wanted this very song, and when I saw how many hits it had, I thought, oh my, this is a real liked song in Russia. And well, you know what? I would have thought it would have come up by now. You know what? I'm just gonna have to choose another one. I am so sorry. I wanted to play that very one. Okay, so I'll do it this way. Most popular songs in Russia. That's how I normally do it, unless I got one saved up.
Most popular songs in Russia.
I find the one that's got the most hits and try to play it. Oh, now this girl here, Diana, I have played her songs before. Let me just make sure that other one didn't come up with the guy on the stage. No, for some reason he's not coming up. And I do have him saved in my downloads, but I've got so many downloads. It'll take me a while. Okay, let me go back to her, because she seems to be a very popular lady there in Russia. And 3 years ago, 16 million views. This must be a real famous Russian song. Let me see. I wish I could find that other one though. The other one I'm practiced up on, you know. You know, when I started playing songs from Russia, somebody came on there and accused me of being a Russian spy. Can you believe that? It says magical voice of Diana. I can't get over why that other song didn't pop up though. But I don't know what this is going to sound like, but we'll find out. And if I can play it, I'll be all the happier. I'm still looking for that other song now. Okay, let's see what we got here. Last Dance is the name of it. Oh, shucks. Let me try. don't know what she said, but it sounded good to me and 16 million others who have tuned into that very video. But you know what? If I keep going through my downloads, watch, I'm going to run into the other guy from Russia that sang on the stage that everybody went crazy over. Okay, now I'm back in my downloads. Okay, folks, let me go back to the top. Okay. I started off warming up tonight playing jazz. Oh. Okay, now this is a real blues song. I used to think that Janis Joplin years ago, before she overdosed on heroin, she played a song. She came out with an album. I can't think of the name of the group now, but she came out with a song, Ball and Chain. But I come to find out by coming across this a few nights ago that she wasn't the writer of Ball and Chain, but a woman by the name of Big Mama Thornton was. And she's here playing with Buddy Guy, but you won't recognize him as Buddy Guy because he was so young, playing along with Big Mama Thornton. This was in 1970. That means this was 55 years ago. This song was played on stage. I'm going to show you her playing on stage with Buddy Guy. But she says she wrote this song, and her and Janis Joplin made it popular. Here we go. Now I'm going to let the song get started before I start playing with it.
I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great pleasure to me to have it to be with Buddy Guy since 1965 in Europe. This is a song I wrote, made famous by me and Janis Joplin. I wrote this tune called Ball and Chain. I hope you like it. Sitting by my window, I was looking out at me. Sitting by my window, Lord, looking out at me. just find me a little.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm so glad I came
Thank you very
across
much.
that song. I remember Janice sings it pretty good too, but I don't think she does a good job on it as the one who wrote it here. Okay, now the name of this one here, it's got a lot of saxophone in it. This one here is titled I Don't Care. Now that's the title of this next one here. I don't care. It says emotional slow blues with saxophone. That's what it says. Okay. I might have to turn it down a little bit. I know I think I'm getting kind of loud, but after midnight, it's almost 1 in the morning. I don't want the neighbors to think I'm disrespecting them.
Let that saxophone breathe a little. 'Cause tonight I got a story to tell.
Those of you guitarists, after you play for a while, take a penny or a dime, touch each one. Takes the static out and you should get more volume and should be clearer.
I woke up this morning, rain falling down my window pane.
Turn it down a little.
Yeah, I woke up this morning,
I like to play it loud,
rain
but I
falling
waited
down my
too late.
window pane. Everything felt familiar. Was in the coffee pot was burning, and the clock started keeping time. Yeah, the world kept on spinning, just not in the way of my mind. Won't you paint your brains of sunrise? the full body crowd. The band swells with their bright bass, walking gently beneath. You know, some loves don't fade, they just change colors in the dark. And some people leave footprints you can't ever wipe out of your heart. But I keep walking forward, even if I'm torn apart. So here's to every memory, sweet and bitter. Here's to every memory, here's to every song where I tell myself I'm fine. There's a story keeps on living, even when you're gone. Baby, someday I believe it when I say I never can. But tonight I'm still learning how to breathe again.
Okay. Love Me Like You Do. Now, this used to be my second most liked song. I don't think it is anymore, but it used to be. Wait till you hear Scott's
When the
voice.
night falls down
Come on, babe. Scream it out.
and the lights grow dim,
Boy, that guy's got a voice.
I'm searching for love
Ah,
where the shadows begin.
now you know why music's so therapeutic to me.
Every song I've sung has been painted blue, but nothing ever felt the way it feels with you. Darling, I've been broken, I've been torn too. But my
that song, I feel drained. You know, I mean, I actually feel drained. There's some songs that you choose to bleed the blues out of you. And that one song just hits on every atom of your being almost. And after I play it, it's like I've just exhausted myself with it. And I feel a lot of that blues gone from me now. And boy, it's like a medicine. You know, music is such a mood changer. You could be feeling down in the dumps and hear the right song, and it changes your whole day. I mean, your whole day. Okay, the next one. I'm falling for you, can't you see? I better make sure I'm still in tune.
I try to keep it cool, play it safe. Hide my heart behind a poker face. But every glance, every breath you take breaks the wall I swore I'd never break. Never break, never break. Send the way you left, the way you leave. Like you don't know what you do. And I'm just a man, no tricks up my sleeve. Baby, I'm falling, and I can't
Okay, let's see what's coming up next here. Oh, that's a good one, but I'll say that one for later. But that's a good one. Okay, let's see. Um, I know what one I want to play for you if I could, and it should be just right in this neighborhood. Oh, let's see. Should be in this neighborhood. You know what? I must have got, oh, wait a minute. I got out of my downloads. That's why I haven't found it yet. Let me go back to my downloads. Okay, now I'm in there. Now, I know it's not far from the top because I just put it on here a few days ago. Okay, now the name of this is I Just Need That. I Just Need That. Hello, how you doing? La Lion. Wait. La Lion. Well, it's A-N-N-E. It ends with Ann or Annie. Okay, La Annie. Said hi, how you doing? Morgan S3. Love it. Thank you so much. I just need that. Oh my, now I really like this one.
Yeah.
Boy, I like this one. My favorite one though is by Mariah Carey. It's titled My All. I'll tell you why later.
I've been walking through the darkness, shadows stretching long. Some days the road feels lonely, but I keep moving on. Don't need the answer, I don't need to see it all. Just a whisper of kindness to catch me when I fall. I just need to know
Okay. Oh, this one here, I like this one here, but I don't think this is gonna. Essentially Ellicton, 2019, Roosevelt High School. Solid old man. That's what it says in the title here. Now I like it. It's got a swing, a Duke Ellington swing, but I think most of y'all might not like it, so I'll kind of pass it up right now. But anyway, let me see here what we got. I don't want to skip too many. But I've got enough, folks, to keep us going all night long here if I can hold out and God enables me to. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's one. I Love You. It's the title of it. I Love You. And it's by Blues number 4 Chillin'. Blues 4 Chillin' Records. The title of it is I Love You. It's got a sax in it. Oh, listen to that sax. You know, when you hear music like that, you're not worried about the wars and everything that's going on. You just want to sit back and enjoy it. It makes you forget all
I love you.
the evil that's in the world.
You are everything to me. The air that I breathe, the reason I see. Every single part of me, from the depths of your soul to the light in your eyes shining through. I love you.
Oh, now you know what? One I haven't played this song. I'm thinking I need to come back to it though. Somebody wanted me to play this again here a while back. It's called "The Man I Couldn't Be." It's melancholy. It's real sad. Um, I'll tell you what. I'll play it after I play this next song. Let me play one song and then I'll go back to that because I know that one, "The Man I Couldn't Be." I haven't played it probably in the last couple months, but one lady wanted me to play it again, and it is a nice song, but it's real melancholy now. It makes a man feel like he wants to be better. He wish he could be better, and there's nothing wrong with that. And he regrets that he couldn't be a better man for the woman who was in his life. It's real sad, real sad. If you've ever loved anybody, you felt that at times in your life that you wish that you could do more for them, and you regret that you can't be the man that you'd like to be financially and in every other kind of way for the one that you love, and you have to watch them suffer a little bit, and that hurts. If you love somebody and you see them suffer, it hurts you more than it hurts them, I promise you. This next one, I'll play it in just a moment, God willing. I'll play it, but let me give you this one first. Walter Wolfman Washington, "She's Everything to Me." Now, this song is a little intense to follow, but a lot of people like it. A lot of people like it. YouTube Studio let me know that this was one that the people really liked.
She's not the smartest girl across the road, but she reads me like a book.
folks. I really like that song, but let's see. The Man I Couldn't Be. Now I'm going to warn you ahead of time. This is, that was a good song coming up, but I'm going to warn you ahead of time. This is a sad song. It really is. If you've ever been in love before and you started going through hard times after that person joined you as your mate, and you're doing good when they first joined you, but then all of a sudden you lost your job or something and you didn't have the finances to make life more comfortable for your mate. This song's about a man who looks back and regret, and he just wish he could have did more for the one that he loved. It's really sad. If you've ever been through that before, you'll be able to resonate with it. But a lady asked me to play this. I played it once. She wanted it played again. So anyway, here we go. But it's a little melancholy. It even starts off sad. Oh, thank you. I'm
tried to
thankful for the
build a
guitar.
castle from the ashes of my past, with dreams of being stronger. Thought my heart could hold it fast, but every brick I made, it crumbled in my hands. Now I'm staring at the ruins of a life I couldn't plan. I fought with all my spirit, gave it everything I had, but the weight of my own failures turned my hope to something insane.
Well, I tell you, my mind went into so many directions while listening to that song. You know, when I play music, I listen to the very words and the story that it tells. And I tell you what I thought of when I was listening to that. I used to attend this one church years ago, and a guy would pull up to the front of the church building, and he had to use his hands for the brakes and everything on the car. He was paralyzed from his waist on down. And I used to wonder, how is this guy coming here? Because his ex, his wife, you see, once he became paralyzed from his waist on down, his wife left him. And he had about 5 kids with her. And he was coming to the church, pulling his body up the steps with his arms. If we would have tried to help him, he would have said no. He did let us get his wheelchair out, but he would pull his body up with his legs just dragging on the pavement to get up those steps. And he would come in there and sit in a wheelchair and watch his wife, who had left him with another man. And she had all the kids. And he was watching another man over his kids with his ex-wife, who is now his ex-wife. And I went and visited him after I saw all that. And he told me one day, he said he still loved his wife. He said he drove her away after the accident. And he said he missed her and he wanted her still back. She had already got remarried to another man. And I remember one day I couldn't hold back. She was with her new husband. And I told her, I said, you know, Larry said that he wished he had you back again. And I seen the man, he kind of hung his head a little bit. And she kind of hung her head and said, yeah, he's very lonely. Well, you know, he took her to court and he got all his children back. Now, he probably got a good check every month. He probably got a settlement. He had his own house, and I think it was fully paid for. But anyway, time went on. And this song, I'll tie it in with this song. Time went on. And so she's with the new husband. So they came to church for about a year or so, and I used to wonder, man, how in the world are you coming to a church and watching your wife, your ex-wife, with another man? I would have chose myself some other church to go to. I certainly wouldn't have come where my wife, where I had to watch her. And so anyway, what happened? Um, Time went on, and I saw her new husband one day, and like thin as a rail. And I knew something had happened. Man, he lost so much weight, and he told me that he was on a job, and he was living on the job site with his wife, and that she started running with another man right there on the job site. And in other words, all those men knew that that man's wife was running out on him with another man, and she wanted a divorce from him, and it almost ran him crazy. It's like he couldn't hardly eat or anything. He got real ill. I mean, it sent him to an early grave, I believe, and he ended up having to be sent to a home. Um, you know, I'm not judging the woman and saying that you should have stayed with your first husband, but there are some people in life, men as well as women, that as long as you are in fair weather and everything's going good for you and you got money and you can meet their every need, they'll stay with you. But soon as you go through a trial of poverty, you lose your job or everything falls in, oh, they'll drop you so quick and fast and they've got somebody else lined up. And they don't care how much it hurts you. And when that happens, you know that that person never did love you like you loved them. Because chances are you never would have done that to them. If they would have got sick and ill and couldn't work, you would have been right by their side, feeding them soup, staying with them every step of the way. Um, and when a man or a woman goes through that and their mate leaves them because of poverty that all of a sudden came up, or they get sick or ill or whatever, and that's a real hurting thing because you really see who you went and married then. You married a fair weather bride or you married a fair weather husband. You'll stay on ship as long as there's no storms in life. But as soon as the hard times come, you leave them. And when, Like he was saying in that song, the man I couldn't be. And I would see that guy paralyzed from his waist on down. And that wasn't my cousin that I tell y'all about once in a while that was paralyzed from here on down, 16 years old, after diving into shallow water. That wasn't him. And I used to think to myself, man, how in the world do you come to a church where you pulling yourself up, dragging your body? I mean, his body drug on the pay. He wouldn't let us help him. Just the only help he took was if we got his wheelchair out of the car. But he would drag his whole body up those stairs. And I thought, now you're coming to a place where you're going to see your wife that you're wanting back. And she's up there sitting with another man, and there's all your kids, and they're all laughing and smiling. And here you are in the back of the church looking at them. And I saw that even happen with another man at the same church that went through a divorce, and he had one little boy. And he went through a divorce, and his wife's there with a new husband at the same church. I saw this happen even with another man. The woman comes with a new husband, and her former husband sitting on the very back row with his new wife. And the poor little boy, little tiny fella, he's confused, and he starts walking down the aisle real slow, looking at his daddy in the back, wanting his daddy to acknowledge him. But his dad's not wanting to get in a fight with the new husband. And all of a sudden, the new husband gets up and comes and grabs the kid, brings him up the front. You know, I like to think of myself as not a sucker for punishment. If I am ever hurting over somebody leaving me in life, I definitely don't want to go to where they're going to be and watch them have a good time with another man or with another. Or if you're a woman, you definitely don't want to go to a place and watch your ex-husband having a good time with another woman and you haven't been able to move on yet, if you know what I mean. I really don't like play that song in a way because you see, it brings back memories of what I've seen other people go through. And I really get to feeling melancholy for their sake. And yeah, I thought to myself, boy, poor Larry. I thought, man, if I was you, I'd choose another church. I wouldn't come here and watch my wife. But you see, even though, and I'm not condemning her for doing this, the second husband, when he fell into hard times, um, now he had a house for and everything, a house that was paid for, and it was on the water where they could fish, swim, do whatever. I mean, it was a nice setup. But when times got hard, he did have work, but I'd hate to be on a job, living in a trailer or something that my employer gives me to live with my family. And while I'm out there muscle and blood and gritting and gromming it, she's in a trailer with another worker who got off the night shift while I'm working on the day shift. Can you imagine the shame? Now, some men would actually just end up killing the other man and end up in prison the rest of their life. Boy, it's amazing. I think God has allowed me to see some of the things in life that I have seen. I've got many stories I could tell you of things I've seen in my life that were hurtful experiences that I've seen other people go through. And I mean, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that some people tolerate and put up with stuff they do. They really do. I had a neighbor one time, the wife scalded her. When they would get into it, she'd start boiling water. And she would throw that hot scalding water on him. And he waited around. He still stayed with her until she done it the second time. And I know my dad gave them free rent just to watch over this blue water canal that we had going down a piece of our property. And anyway, I need to get off all that. But you see how one song, you can hear a song that will bring all that back to your mind of other which you've seen other people go through. And that song reminds me of fair weather friends. In other words, people are your partner, your friends, your wife, your husband, as long as everything's going good and smooth. But you end up getting sick. You end up getting paralyzed where you got to live off Social Security and you can't bring in the money that you used to bring in. Then you'll know what kind of wife you had, or as a woman, you'll know what kind of husband you had. because if they really cared for you, they'll stick with you no matter what. They'll take care of you till the day of the grave. But if not, oh, it's too hard for me. I'm going to move on. I'm going to somebody else. And in fact, I know two people in this town. One of them now, the girl married him. He ran into a tree right after they had their celebration. They they got married, they had their party, and he got drunk at the party. He leaves the party and goes down the road and hits a tree and ended up paralyzed. Well, now she stayed with him, but I heard that later on she left him. And I know of another guy who dove in a pool and was going to marry this girl, and he ended up paralyzed, and she just decided not to marry him after that. It takes one song like that to bring all those things back to mind. And most of you might have never witnessed these things in life, but I have. I think there's a reason for everything, and you know, I think God allows us to see some things in life to develop pity for others in our heart for other people who suffer like that. But that was one of the hardest things for me to bear when I'd see that boy paralyzed from the waist come to that church, drag his body with his elbows. He would kind of grab the steps with his elbows. And we could have picked him up on both sides and put him in the chair. He didn't want it. I don't know if he was doing that purposely to make his wife feel sorry for him, that she went and married another man. I don't know. But yeah, I thought, man, why are you coming here? Why do you want to invite more punishment and hurt on you, seeing your wife with another man? But, I don't know. Everybody's got their reasons for what they do, why they do, you know. I kind of wish I wouldn't have brought all that up to you all because I'm sure that dampened the whole mood of enjoying good music. But you see, it only takes one song like that to bring all that back to my mind. I'm not trying to justify me dumping all that on you. But that one song, if I can help it, I hope nobody requests that anymore for me to play that song. Uh, it just brings back too many bad memories for me, for other people's sake. For other people's sake. I'm single, and I am so thankful I'm single. When I see, oh, now I've been married many years ago, but I've been single now for over 20 years and retired for 20 years, and life's just, single life isn't for everybody, but I think it is for me. It's a lot less stressful, it seems like. But I think if you find the right one to go through life with, you're probably a happy camper. But anyway, let me get you some good music and get our minds off of all of this. Boy, I kind of wish I really wouldn't have played that song. Okay, now this next song, I just loaded it up a couple days ago. And this is not to promote drug abuse. It's called Cocaine by Eric Clapton. There's a proper use for cocaine. Doctors use it for eye surgery, for nose surgery. They mix it with a salve they give you when you go home if they clip that nerve over a crooked eye to straighten that eye out. I've seen a jar of that salve that the pharmacists mix up with cocaine flakes so you can keep it numb and oiled up. They still use it pharmaceutical. There's pharmaceutical cocaine. There's a proper use for it. It's the abuse of it that's wrong. Almost every drug that's abused today, and when it's used rightly, can be a blessing to man. Do you know over in England, heroin is legal? They prescribe it as diacetyl morphine, and they showed one man in his 90s, and because it killed his cancer pain, it gave him some quality of life before he departed this world. But like I said, anything. Some people even abuse aspirins. They hold the bottle up and just eat so many. I mean, and the cocaine, they tell me if you go to the Andes in Peru, they will sell you at the base of the mountain these coca leaves to chew. So it stimulates your lungs so you can breathe in that thin air when you get to the top of the mountain. So there's a proper use for everything. It's the abuse of it that's wrong. Glue can be used for good things, but the people that put it in the bag and sniff it, some people take gasoline and sniff that to get high on. I mean, gas was meant for your car. I mean, there's so many, a gun can be used to kill food, to eat. But when you take it out of malice to go murder somebody, see, there's a proper use for everything. The evil is not in the substance itself. The evil is in the heart of mankind that causes him to abuse these things. Okay. Cavalry. Oh, um, I was getting ready to play that song Cocaine. You see, I forgot. I can remember things when I was a kid. It's just things 5 minutes ago I can't remember hardly. Escapes my mind. Once again, this song title Cocaine. I'm not playing it to promote drug abuse. I just like the way it sounds. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have played that other song. Boy, that is one abused drug. I mean, it is highly abused. Oh, mine. I think it used to be in Coca Cola. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but the drink Coca Cola, it was a pharmacist who invented the Coca Cola drink. It used to be in there. I had a lady at church one time told me that she was addicted to Coca Cola when they had cocaine in it. That throughout the day she just would drink those little tiny cokes, and it would give her a buzz. It'd kind of pick her up some. Okay, here's somebody wanted a Beatles song the other night, This is a George Harrison tribute, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And it's by Josko Stefan, and he's a gypsy jazz guitarist. That's one of the types of jazz I really like is gypsy jazz. But I'll play the one by George Harrison right after him, and you'll see the difference. Any song that you choose, different people put different spins on it. They play it different. Like that song "I Will Always Love You" by Dolly Parton. She sings it one way, and Whitney Houston sings it another. Um, and so I like to experiment. When I've come across a song that a lot of different people sing, I like to try to play different versions with the different artists to see which one I like the most so I can give it to y'all later. One person mentioned the guitar. Uh, a lot of people have asked what kind of guitar this is. This is an Epiphone Les Paul Custom, and it was only made 1 year. It's a 1958, and they just brought it back for 1 year, and this was about 3 or 4 years ago. Joe Bonamassa, who is an Italian blues guitarist, he's my favorite guitarist of everybody in the world. Joe Bonamassa is my favorite guitarist. Now and you can find him on YouTube as a little fella opening up in BB King's nightclub. You ought to see him. He's cute as he could be, a little fella. And I mean, he's got a guitar, and they called him Smoking Joe. And boy, I mean, he is burning up the blues from one end to the other. And then BB King comes on afterwards. But anyway, he's got his own museum in California. And I think it's called Geeksville or something like that. But anyway, he's got a bunch of he's got guitars that go all the way back. He's got one Les Paul cost $250,000. He's got probably every Fender amp that's ever been made. He's got one of the biggest collections probably of guitars and amps and such. Well, Epiphone wanted to borrow a 1958, and I paid $2,500 years ago for a 1959. I don't care for the 59s because the neck's too wide. This is a 1958, and if you notice how the rim is yellow like that, that's how they made them back then. Nowadays, that's white, white, white. They wanted to replicate this to look exactly like the 1958. And so many people would put in an order for these, and you could see them. There's so many people on YouTube that was showing them off. I put in an order, and 3 months went by. I didn't get it yet, and I canceled it. And I kept looking at the videos of other people playing them, and they made such a fuss over them. I put in my order again. I had to wait one whole year. And it finally came, and when it came, it surprised me. I was just about giving up. I thought maybe you waited too late in the game to get one. So they only made it for 1 year, and I'm thankful I was blessed to get one. It cost about $1,000, but don't give up hope. If you want a guitar that looks just like this, made out of the same wood and everything, for like $235, just go to TEMU. Put that app on your phone, TEMU, and you can order one for about $235. But there's a better place than that. If you want to find a place overseas with the low prices, one guy says we're in guitar heaven, and he was right. When I was a kid, a guitar like this would have been over $1,000. But it's called Bad Cat, BADCAT. I've got one. I ordered from them years ago, and they had a lawsuit from Gibson, I believe. And I thought they were never going to come out with any more guitars, but they did. They started back up. I just found this out a couple weeks ago. So if any of you want a beautiful Les Paul that'll look just like this, just tell them you want a Les Paul with 3 pickups, a 1958 con, and I'm sure they'll make you one. It's called Bad Cat. I highly recommend them. And when I think of me foolishly years ago, I never dreamed that Les Pauls would be that cheap. But yeah, a musician's friend charged me $2,500. That's when I had good credit years ago, and I don't even have that guitar nowadays. But had I known that I could have got one like this for $235 on Temu, I might have not have even ordered this one. I might have went with the one on Team U. I've seen too many videos that people put down those China guitars. That's people that work for Gibson, I believe, that do that. I've seen too many videos where they take a Gibson Les Paul and one made in China, and as long as you plug it into the same amp, there's no difference. You can't hardly tell the difference. While my guitar gently weeps. That's Mr. Stefan, Gypsy Jazz Guitars. What's reflecting the TV. I want to back it up a little bit. Now that's his version. Let me play George Harrison himself while my guitar gently weeps, and you'll hear the difference. George Harrison, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Here we go.
George Harrison, While My...
These nights are something special, not just for you, but for us.
Boy, this was a long
But
time
tonight,
ago.
everybody on
Because
the
this here
stage
is that guy that plays the guitar, I mean the piano, I
to play
can't
these
remember his
instruments
name.
is like a dream come true, because
What's
by
his
Jove,
name? The
without
guy that
them,
plays the
there wouldn't be
piano
us.
in
So,
England.
will you please
Elton
give a
John,
wonderful
Elton John.
reception?
And he's young there, so
George Harrison,
this is an
Ringo Starr.
old video. You hear how different that is. Now, I'm not pleased the way I played that. I'm really not. I think this was like the second time, or maybe at the most the third time. I only did this about 2 nights ago for the first time. The other one I played about 3 times. That's one song. You would have thought that would be one song I would have tried to work on a long time ago. I just never was drawn to it that much, but now I am. So I've got to work on it some more. I know I do. Whenever you hear me get real low, it's because I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right key. That I'm getting a little off track somewhat. I don't mind admitting when I make a mistake. I really don't. I really need to practice that song. Okay, let me see. Let me get back now to my downloads. Get on up the road here with some of these. Oh, I just found this Russian song that I wanted to that I was looking for. Oh, I know. Prince's solo on this song. I heard it. In fact, I saw it come up a while ago. That's the one I tried to play the other night along with him. I know. And do you know? I don't know if you know this or not, but I seen another one where somebody put it on screen that he wasn't even invited to come up there and play that night, but he happened to be there and he did. He went up there, and then after he played it, he took his guitar and he just threw it up in the air and just walked away. Of course, there was somebody there to catch it, I'm sure. But if you'll give me just a moment, next time somebody wants a Russian song, boy, and those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I was really looking for this song a while ago, but because I've got about 500 songs saved, I had so many to go through. But the name of that Russian song is Brainstorm Nazare, Nazare. Let me just put Brainstorm up here. Brainstorm. So now, next time I get a visitor from Russia that wants me to play, because that song was requested of me about a year ago, maybe not that long ago, but it's had so many hits in Russia that that's the song I usually choose to play for visitors to the channel from Russia. Notice in the Gibson, it's one of Gibson's factories overseas, Epiphone. It's an Epiphone, and Gibson owns Epiphone. They came years ago. They determined we can make high price guitars in the United States for people that can afford them, and we have to pay our workers $15 an hour or so. But not everybody's going to be able to afford it under the name of Gibson, because, like I said, I paid $2,500 for a 1959 Les Paul years ago. Now this one cost $1,000 only because it's a replicated 1958, and it only came out a few years ago, and it was only going to be made for 1 year, and it took about a year to get it. But this is an Epiphone Les Paul Custom 1958. They made it the same specs and everything, but Joe Bonamassa had to lend them a 1958 so they could take the measurements and everything and make it. But Epiphone is a Gibson-owned factory, and they figured we can go overseas and call our factory Epiphone, and we can pay people a lot cheaper labor wage over there to make the same guitars. They're made out of the same wood. The only thing that might differ are the pickups. But now you can change the pickups out. I've got another Les Paul Junior that I bought many years ago, and I ordered brand new pickups, gold plated like this on eBay, and you know they were less than $20, I believe, and that was for both of them. And I just looked at the wiring as I took it apart, and I filmed it with my phone, and that was easy to put the new ones in. And boy, you talk about sensitive. Those pickups I got off eBay, gold plated for a Les Paul, are more sensitive than these even. But let me make sure I'm still in tune here. And but yeah, I just came across that. Uh, the guy from Russia. You see that little guy right there? It's called Brainstorm Nazaire. I can't understand his words, but it's pretty decent music. And 17 million views. So when people like I had earlier tonight, somebody from Russia, um, it's that's usually the song I go to. Okay, let me play. I'll tell you what, I'm going to play an old song that's 11 years old. 11 years ago, Roberta Flack. This song, well, it was older than. In fact, I was 17 years old when this song came out. So this song is real old. It's called Killing Me Softly with his song. It's Roberta Flack. I'll play that next. And then I've got a Stevie Wonder song, two of them to play for you. I have four Christmas songs I want to play. So if y'all will hang with me. But once again, anybody that wants to order if you've got a Flying V, if you check out Joe Bonamassa, Flying V, look, some of them are really worth a lot of money. I don't know if you know this or not. Some of the Flying V's that were made years ago are worth a lot of money. I wouldn't know that had not I seen this video about them a while back. So, oh man, that's wonderful. I had quit playing for 23 years and I had sold everything. I had an old Gibson. I had a Les Paul Artisan, which was one that they came out with the three pickups, but they had extra fancy pearl inlay all the way up the neck. It was called the Artisan Les Paul. I got rid of it. I had the 59. I got rid of it. I had another Les Paul too besides that I ended up getting rid of. Like I said, I quit playing for 23 years. And it's a miracle I've been able to pick it back up. But anyway, Killing Me Softly.
Strumming my pain with his fingers.
Let me make sure I'm still in tune.
Singing my life with his words. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words.
I wish I could really turn it up loud, but I can't this late at night.
With his
It's after 2 in the morning.
And so I came
just let the next one come on. Let me see if it's too loud, just late. Oh, I wish I could play it up now. Stevie Wonder. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's it for Stevie, I guess. Oh no, this one more. Okay. I'll just call to say I
No
love
New
you.
Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers
y'all noticed or not, but that is one song that all through it, every time he goes to say, I just call to say I loved you, every time he jumps to a different key. And you got to listen real careful to know the note that starts that key off. Or that is one song I think most guitarists are going to have to practice, because he must go to about 6 or 7 different keys in that song. Instead of just staying in one key. Oh no, when he gets to that part, there's another song like that I've run across. That song Sunny by Bobby Helm. Um, he keeps going one key up at a time, one key up at a time, and because it's fast, if you haven't practiced it, you got to really feel to get to that next key really quickly. But there's 2 songs that I play each night. One is for the not Harrison County. It's for Hattiesburg, Mississippi Police Department. When I go up there and I play live in the Home Depot lot or the Walmart lot, the policemen's request that I play Tennessee whiskey for them. So I play that song for them, and then right after that, I'll play the song that I like more than any other song, and I'll tell you the reason why when I get ready to play it. And it's by Mariah Carey. It's titled My All. I started off with playing jazz tonight, before I even went online. I just felt like playing smooth, relaxing jazz. I did that for about 30 minutes just to warm up. I say that because somebody mentioned jazz down there. But you know, I don't play much jazz for folks because the younger people don't seem to get into it. And I was like that when I was younger. When I was younger, it had to be Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, or Ozzy Osbourne with Tony Iommi playing guitar before his latter guitar. He had 2 other guitar players after Tony Iommi. I think he was a Greek. He used to come out wearing that great big gold cross. He had an SG Gibson, and I had one at the time. And of course, he was lightning fast, and he had all them Marshalls behind him. And I was 17 years old when I seen him play in New Orleans at the warehouse. So let me get Tennessee Whiskey behind me, and that other one by Mariah Carey, and then we'll go from there. Tennessee Whiskey. Boy, so many people like this song.
Used to spend my days
Okay, now the reason why I like this song by Mariah Carey, of course, I like the sound of it. I like the word, but the words of it. In it, she says, "I'd give my all just to spend one more night with you." And I thought about that, and I thought, that's how you can tell if somebody cares about you or not, really cares about you, because they want to spend time with you. It's that simple. When you care about somebody, you want to spend time with them. In fact, you just want to almost magnetize yourself to them and don't let them out of your sight. But when a person's always making an excuse why you can't come over or they can't come to see you, it's always an excuse. They don't love you like you love them. Because if they did, they would do everything they could to get away from everything else just to be with you. And that's what she's singing about in this song. Yeah, if anybody ever tells you that they love you, and now you can love a person without being in love with them, and most of you, I think, know that. And so anyway, she sings her heart out in this, and that's how you can tell if anybody really cares about you or not. I need just one moment for nature. Nature's calling. It shouldn't be over a minute. Just bear with me. Just bear with me, please. If I don't tend to it now, I'd have to tend to it later. Okay, that was a quickie. That was a quickie. I'll tell you, it wasn't going to be long. I'm in the smallest room of the domicile here, so I can keep it low, and it still sounds loud. But when I look at some of the other videos when I was in the kitchen, I had to turn it up to record, and that's when the police kept coming. And they've always been nice and long-suffering with me. But the last time, one of them was a little perturbed, and I can understand. They get tired of coming out and get tired of other people complaining. Okay, Mariah Carey. Now, this is my favorite song, probably more for the message it gives, because I have found this true in life. I told a story the other night. I was in a Chinese restaurant one time with my date, and a black couple come next to me, and he sat next to me while my date was on my right side. He sat next to me, and the girl was on his left side. And every few minutes, he kept pulling out his phone and texting. Well, that showed that girl he was with that somebody on that phone was more important to him than her. He put it down, and all of a sudden, he'd pick it up again, start texting. Well, she waited for him to go to the bathroom after he had ordered. And she got up and left. And so when he come back, he was shocked. He had to go pay for 2 meals. And that place was at least $20 a meal, $40, and didn't even get to eat there. He had to pay for 2 meals probably. And I don't blame him for leaving. And I've been with a girl like that before, that the whole time you're with them, even when you're driving, you're looking over there, and they got their knees up on the seat, and they're just texting away. And I thought they're more interested in that phone than they are me. My favorite song. What a song. Boy, what a song. Boy, I love that song. Boy, do I ever love that song. Mm. Boy, do I ever love that song. Okay, if y'all will be, let's get the Christmas music out of the way, and then if y'all want a little on the rock side, I do have a Hendrix song that I can, God willing, I can play for y'all. It's called Along the Watchtower. I got two Led Zeppelin songs I could play, Stairway to Heaven and Baby I'm Gonna Leave You. So I know I always got some heavy rockers out there that want those kind of music, but and I do play some country music because I know I've got some that want country music. Like I said, I hopscotch around. I try to play a little bit of everything. You know, years ago, of course, when any guitarist back in the early 70s, if you had a decent guitar and an amp, no doubt, without fail. You wanted to be Jimi Hendrix or Jimmy Page with Led Zeppelin. But when I heard Tony Omni with Black Sabbath play, uh, but then came along a blues player that played with Johnny Winter one night at the warehouse in New Orleans. I wish I could remember his name right now, and he's still alive, I believe. I just can't think of his name. And I even enjoyed him more than Johnny Winter. This guy could tell the news on that guitar. I mean, he'd make your goosebumps get goosebumps, and he was lightning fast. I mean, that guy could play, boy, could he play. And I wish I could think of his name right now, but when I heard him play, I thought, boy, that's how I wanted to play. And you know, there's one song if you ever wanted to be a blues player, and that guy Trout, I can't think of his first name, but he's a blues player, and his last name's Trout. Now, I remember hearing him one day say that when he heard the song Albert's Shuffle, uh, what is the name of that guy? He's a Jewish guitarist that played Albert Shuffle. Whenever he said, whenever I heard that song, he said he was glued to it. He played it over and over for weeks. Me too. I thought, oh my, uh, I'm not the only one that was glued to that song Albert Shuffle. When I heard that guy take a Les Paul and play the blues, Chicago type blues to it, boy, that just blew me away. And I thought, oh, I want to be a blues guitarist. You know, I started. But I tell you what made me start wanting to play a little bit of everything. I went to this concert one time, and they had a visitor that was real famous out west. And they needed to borrow some musicians. They didn't bring their own musicians. And this place happened to have a young 22-year-old. Well, they had more than him, but he was on stage, and he just sat there on a chair, so nice and comfortable. Didn't have the slightest incantation of a frown or worried look. You know, if I ever went and sat in with somebody for the first time and didn't know what key they were going to play in or anything, at that time, when I was a very young guitarist, that would have freaked me out. I would have thought, oh, I'm going to mess this person up. I'm going to have to leave the stage in humiliation. But he wasn't worried in the least. And he was just able to sit there and play whatever. And he had never met her till that night. And I thought, you know, I've come across, I thought that looks like a guitarist that could play a little bit of everything. And then I started liking other music other than just heavy rock, because you know, some guitarists only want to be a classical guitarist. Some only want to be gypsy jazz only, and they follow Django Reinhardt, who was their hero with gypsy jazz. Some people are rock guitarists, and you couldn't pay them to play a country song. But I like a lot of different styles, and I really wanted to be able to play a little bit of everything. Because if you ever go any place to play, like I play live in New Orleans in the French Quarter at times, and when I'm out there on the street, people ask me all different types of music. Uh, One guy, for the first time in a long time, somebody asked me to play a John Mayer song here the other night, and I played that one, Gravity, because I remember in New Orleans in the French Quarter one night, somebody wanted me to play that song, Gravity, by John Mayer. Um, if you're going to play live out on the street, don't just hinder yourself to want to play just one style. Because somebody's going to come up and say, hey, can you play a country song? And you know what? If you can play it, chances are they're going to put some money in your basket. So, but you'll enjoy your instrument a whole lot more if you'll just kind of go against your own grain a little bit and try to. Now, there's nothing wrong with just wanting to be a rock guitarist. Some people, all they want to do is shred. That's it, just shred. Even though it never applies to any song that they've ever heard. That's all they want to be able to do is just shred up and down. Some people, there are country music stars that you couldn't pay them to play a rock song. But I think you'll enjoy the instrument a whole lot more if you try to play a little bit of everything. And that kind of inspired me when I seen that guy on the stage at night. What inspired me is that he didn't have no worried look on his face. And I was kind of thinking probably at the time, what kind of guitarist is this guy? I mean, I'd be freaking out right now if all of a sudden a famous person out west came and visited. And the one over me said, yeah, I've got some guitars, and pointed at me and said, get on up there. They're going to need you. And all that person did was say, look, I sing in the key of so and so. And he was just so relaxed, didn't panic, didn't look around like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, no. He was just sitting there, just so relaxed. I thought, that it just really impressed me. And I thought, it'd be neat if you could just play a little bit of everything. And so, that doesn't mean I can play anything. No, that doesn't mean I can play anything. But I just feel like I've enjoyed my guitar a whole lot more since I got out of that mindset that I either have to be a Jimmy Page, a Jimi Hendrix, or a Tony on Omni. Um, it opened up a door to either to try more stuff, and because of the inventions of YouTube, you know why you see young kids today this tall that can play Jimi Hendrix stuff? Because they've got tools that we didn't have when we were a kid. When I was a kid, if you came up with a hot lick, you called your friend up on the phone and said, hey, listen, I'm going to put the phone down. Listen to this lick I come up with. And you played it and you got back on the phone. What do you think? Oh, man, I want you to show me that. And you're thinking, I don't want to show you that. If I show you that, you're going to be as good as me. And you're wanting to be the top dog on the block. You want to be the one that picks all the hot licks and nobody else. Well, you had to take lessons back then. You had to leave your house, go pay cash money. I think it was $3.50, which for a kid was a lot of money when I was 17, for 15 minutes. And all you did was play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star in front of a book. Well, they taught you how to read music. That was good. But nowadays, these young kids whose parents get them a guitar, a piano, and they're playing Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and all this, it's because anything now, just like that guy on Scar My Guitar, there's a guy that makes guitars on YouTube, and his channel is called Scar My Guitar. He said the other day, we're living in guitar heaven now. Now's the time if you want to learn piano or anything. If you want to be a blues guitarist, there's somebody on YouTube will show you. If you want to be a jazz guitarist, there's somebody on YouTube show you. If you want to be a rock guitarist, you want to play Stairway to Heaven or whatever, there's somebody on YouTube that'll show you. We didn't have none of that when I was a kid. There was no phone that you could look on. And if we wanted background music to practice and play to, we had to take an old phonographic record of that song, put it on, and you could hear the scratching when you'd put the needle on. Or you had to get together with people and you had to get around their schedule, their job and everything, and you had to meet somewhere, and you all had to get together and try to practice. You don't have to do none of that today. You got a phone. You can subscribe. I think it's $12 and something a month where you can load all the music you want on your phone, and it stays there. And you could practice in a room, and if you're having trouble with a lick, you could type in the name of that song and put lick, guitar lick, or piano run. And there's somebody on YouTube that's going to show you how to do it. I'm not saying that's the right way to learn, but I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why you see young kids nowadays, they got all of those tools at their disposal. That in the days of Chet Atkins and different ones, that in the real early years, from the 30s to the 70s, 40 years went by, we didn't have no smartphone. So, yeah, there's tools today. Any kind of instrument you want to learn, there's going to be somebody on YouTube to show you. Now, I forgot what I was going to play next. Did I? I don't remember if I told you what I was going to play next. Let me just find something. If I tell you what I was going to play and I don't play it, I'm sorry. Maybe it'll come back to mind. Okay, here's a Keith Urban song. Oh, I was telling you about, I think you'll enjoy your instrument more if you branch off and try to play a little bit of every type of music. That way, when you play on the street, if anybody asks you, hey, can you play this song for me? Which I've had that done a number of times. And if you can play that song that they want, chances are they're going to leave you a little offering. But I didn't know Keith Urban, great guitarist, could play piano too, but in this song he plays piano. It's called Tonight I Want to Cry, Keith Urban. But there's nothing wrong if you want to be just a rock guitarist, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to be just a country and western guitarist, there's nothing wrong with that. Look at him, he's barefoot and he's playing the piano. I never knew he could play the piano.
alone in this house again tonight. I got the TV on, the sound turned down, and a bottle of wine. There's pictures of you and I on the walls around
I'm
me.
thinking about getting an
The way
electric
that it
piano.
was and could have
Don't
been
worry.
surrounds me. I'll never get over you walking away.
I'm blessed to know. I'm blessed to play rhythm too. Um, and there are some songs that I play rhythm too. But if you notice, most of the songs that I choose to play, if I was just to sit here and strum chords to these songs, it wouldn't accent them as much, and you wouldn't enjoy it as much because I would be. I'd just be playing chords, the same chords that they play, and that's what makes lead guitar picking so unique with any song that you'll play lead picking with, because it accents the song more than if you was to just play chords. But now there are some songs, well, maybe not. I mean, like A House of the Rising Sun. Um, that sounds good playing the chords to that, and especially, you know, if you oh my. You know, there's some songs that do sound better maybe, and it sounds like you're accenting even with the chords, especially if you kind of pick the chords out, you know, instead of just D, what's wrong with you? I'm messing up already. Boy, it's been so long since you played it. This song. A minor. C. D. F. A minor. E. So there are some songs like that that I think sound just as good if you're picking them. And of course, you don't have to, you know, pick the chords like that. You can go. You know, you can just strum the chords. You don't have to pick the chords like that. Everybody's got their own different styles of what they play while they play. But I've noticed there are some songs that will sound just as good if you. There's some blues songs that. You know, that you can still make it sound funkied up, F-U-N-K, funkied up, you know, apostrophe D. I had to spell that one. I don't want you to think I'm saying something else. But that sounds just as good if you're playing rhythm. And, you know, I don't lightly esteem anybody's position in the band because everybody's needed. But if you notice a lot of the songs that I play, it would just sound so mediocre if I just played the chords to it. And nowadays, you don't even have to guess what the chords are. Now, of course, after you play for a while, you can listen to a song and figure out what the chords are real quick without looking it up. But if you can't, if you haven't advanced to that, you can go, I think it's SoundHound. It's one of those apps you can put on your phone. If you pull up to a red light and you hear the guy playing his radio and you'd like to, hey, what's the name of that song? You can touch SoundHound and you can hold your phone up and it will pick up the sound of that song and tell you the name of it. I think there's advanced versions that'll tell you all the chords of it and everything. And if you got a printer, you can print out the notes and everything. So, I mean, music is one of those areas that many people approach it in many different ways to learn and to advance. But don't think I'm against, you know, playing a rhythm. I like playing rhythm songs, but most of the songs I play, it sounds better, I think, since the song's already in itself has the bass, it already has the rhythm player, it already has the drum player and everything. So I feel like I get more out of it if I can try to pick the song instead of just play the rhythm. There's nothing wrong. If that's all you want to do is, if you want to be a rhythm guitarist, you're needed as much as the guy who does the picking. Everybody in the band plays their part as a whole to make the whole sound better. And if you don't believe that, just get together with a band practice and somebody don't show up. Oh my, it's so discouraging when that happens because everybody's needed. You need the guy that's going to pick, you need the guy that's going to do the rhythm, you know, you need the drummer, you need the bass. But that's what I like. A single person like me that's introverted, that doesn't like to be around people, that doesn't like to be around crowds of people, that even hates to have to go to the store and go grocery shopping. This is every song I play, that's my group. The bass player, everybody's there. I don't have to call up everybody or meet somebody somewhere. But when I was a youth, you had to. You had to have friends and stuff. And like I said, nobody wanted to share anything with you. Like on YouTube, they'll share their licks with you. Oh no, when I was a kid, Everybody wanted to be top dog on the block. They wasn't good. If they came out with a good hot lick or learned a song, they didn't even want to show nobody else how to play that song. I mean, that's just the way it was back then. But that's why you see young kids today that can play really good because they've got Good Morning Yuri, how you doing? Uh, and so anyway, that's just the way it is. Back then, you just didn't want to share. But anyway, yeah. So that I'm sure it's come to mind with folks. Why does he always pick the songs instead of just strum along with chords? It's because I get more out of it like that, and I think it accents it more if I pick it. But there's nothing wrong with being just a rhythm guitarist. Everybody's going to find their place if you like music and you want to play an instrument. Everybody's going to find their place. That's why some people play jazz, some people play blues, some play country, some play a little bit of everything. And I see a funny song down here. It's called "You Got to Be Tough to Grow Old." It's a little funny song. I guess I'll play it. If, let's see, maybe the picture of the guy will come on here. It's an old blues song. It's Delta blues like. You see how everybody plays their part in the music. One's strumming, one's got the slide guitar, steel guitar
I
player.
buried my hero.
Listen to the words.
I live most of my friends. But this old heart's still pumping like a freight train on no rails. You gotta be tough to grow up, son. Ain't no soft way to fade. My
to be tough to grow old, he says. And most of y'all are young, I'm sure. And the reason why I know this is because when I go into YouTube studio after I finish a night playing, it tells me that most of the people that are listening are between the ages of 18 and 24. I'll tell you what, let me throw in a country song here. It's called The Dance by Garth Brooks. He didn't write that song. I saw the guy who wrote it. And when Garth heard it, he said, that song is mine. The writer probably made a lot of money.
Looking back on the little dance we shared, the stars pouring home. All was right. How could I ever know that you'd ever say goodbye? And that's what I didn't know. When it all put in, the way it all would go. I thought forever left in pain. I could miss the pain that holding you, I held everything. There ain't no wasn't guaranteed. But if I'd only known that you would fall, then who's to say? I might have changed it all. And
I didn't have a chance to change it to something else. I'll go ahead and play it. George Strait, You Look So Good in Love. Boy, it's an old one. Looking up here. You know what I just thought of some? I just thought of that's how quick I forget. I promised y'all 4 Christmas songs tonight, and that was like an hour ago, and I forgot, and I got off track. So let me play those 4 Christmas songs. Oh, I see another country. Well, this isn't a country song. There's a ballad song that just popped up, and it's called "Love Me" by Colin Ray. I'd like to play that song, but I'll go ahead and play the. If I don't go ahead and hurry up and play those Christmas songs, I'll forget again. That's how forgetful I am. It's amazing how the human mind works. I can remember stuff when I was a kid, but anything moments ago, I forget. Okay, this is a classic called "Please Come Home." Please call. Yeah, please not call, but please come home for Christmas. It's by Aaron Neville. He's a Cajun. I used to work with the Cajuns out of Golden Meadow, Louisiana, when they used to send me offshore for Gulf Oil Company. I was a welder back then. Okay, let's see. Please come home for Christmas. I love this song even when I was a teenager. It's a classic.
Bells will be ringing, the glad, glad news. Oh, what a Christmas to
This next one in a Chinese restaurant 2 years ago. I heard this come on, and it was around Christmas time. While waiting for the food, this song come on. It was around Christmas time, but I didn't think I'd ever hear it in a Chinese restaurant. And it's by Vince Vance and the Valiants, but you're not going to see them. You're going to see the female singer of the group only in this display. And she was singing basically in the song. Her message was, I don't want a ruby, a diamond, an emerald, a pearl, or a sapphire for Christmas. I don't want a new car for Christmas, or a new truck, or camper. I don't want a new home for Christmas. I do not want money for Christmas. I do not want a new home for Christmas. I don't want to take a vacation for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is you. I thought this was so romantic. And let me tell you, if you ever find a person in your life that that's all they want is you, they want to spend time with you, and they want you more than anything that this world has to offer. They love you so much that if somebody come up to them with a brick of gold and said, "I will give you this if you will walk away out of this person's life and leave them and never call them on the phone or talk to them ever again." There's some people that would jump on that kind of deal and have a good time doing it. But when you really love somebody and they love you, there's not enough money in the world that would that could talk you into accepting any type of thing beyond that person in your life. That's what true love does. You want them, and in this song, she says, "All I want for Christmas is you." And she's a beautiful girl, and she's got a lovely voice. You can tell by the background music, it's many years old. I'm going to show you a picture of the girl who sings.
Take back the holly and mistletoe, silver bells on string. If I wrote a letter to Santa Claus, I would ask for just one thing. I don't need sleigh rides in the snow. Don't want Christmas that's blue. Take back the tinsel, stocking
Oh, I like that song. Now, let's see. The next one is Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle Bell Rock. And so many people play that, but I'm choosing the old one. The old Jingle Bell Rock. And it's by Bobby Helms, who came out with that song Sunny. You remember that song Sunny? Yesterday my life was full of rain. You smiled at me and gave me life again, or something like it. It was really a nice song, the song Sunny. But it's a hard song to play because he keeps going up and up and up into a different key all through the song. Um, okay, Jingle Bell Rock. I like this song.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle all night ring. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell rock, jingle bell high. Dancing and prancing and jingle bells swing. In the frosty air, what a ride, it's the ride to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in the one-horse sleigh. Giddy up the jingle horse, take a look, jingle up the clock. Mix and mingle in the jingling beat. That's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell time, jingle bell time. Prancing, prancing, jingle swing. In the frosty air, what a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh. Giddy up the jingle horse, take a book, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in the jingling beat. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock.
All right. And the next one is a 9-year-old boy singing. I already forgot his name. I've been playing this night after night now, being that we're in the Christmas season. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus, and you know, his name is Jimmy Boyd, 1952. Now that's older than me. This song is 73 years old. The guitar is bigger than him. You see the little boy with the straw hat on? And his name's Jimmy Boyd. Now, the Jackson 5 sing this song. I can go down the list. Dolly Parton sings this song. Oh my, it's endless almost, the list of everybody who sings this song. But this was the little boy. I think he's the original one. He's got a little baby voice. I like playing his. Okay, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Thank you, Gary. Glad you enjoyed it.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me grieve. There was a
like the old-fashioned stuff, I guess because I'm old-fashioned. Now, I'm going to play a jazz song for you, and this jazz group, now there's a lot of sax in here, and this ain't gypsy jazz. This is just jazz, and I'd call it South Korean jazz. North Korea, I don't believe allows music like this. And since these people look like they're either from North Korea or South Korea, I'm going to say South Korea. And if you look at them close, they all look like they're from South Korea. And the name of this jazz song is "Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight." If you look real close, you can see that Korean look. They all look like they're from South Korea. That reflection is from the TV tube in the back. I'm just letting it get started good. She's going to be the singer. She's going to start singing now. Smooth jazz.
Tell me wrong. Tell me right. Tell me lies.
You know, I don't play much jazz because I figure I know how I felt about jazz. It must be meant for me to play that song. I wasn't going to play that next, Georgia on My Mind by Ray Charles. But most of my life I hated jazz. I'll be honest with you, I hated it. I had the misconception that it didn't take no skill to play jazz. I felt like jazz players, all they have to do, whether it's the piano or guitar, all they had to do is just pick anything they want. But later in years, I found out that's not the case at all. Jazz can be very complicated. And like most songs, I like to pick most songs, then play the chords to them. I do. But there's a gypsy jazz song I play. There's two favorite songs that gypsy jazz guitarists like to play. One of them is Joseph Joseph. That's the name of one. Another one is Minor Swing. And another one is All of Me. Why not take all of me? And that's the one I play. I like to play. I'll play the other ones too, the gypsy jazz. Of all the jazz, I like gypsy jazz the most. Um, Gypsy jazz guitarist, their hero is Django Reinhardt. He was a true gypsy. He got burnt up in a fire, and his hands were really messed up. And he was lightning fast with these two fingers down here. And Tony Omni, who used to be the super fast electric guitarist for Black Sabbath, he burnt his hand up real bad, and I think he had to have tips removed or something. And he said that it was knowing that about Django Reinhardt, how he became a famous gypsy jazz guitarist, that encouraged him to persevere to become the guitarist that he became, because he figured if Django could do it, he could do it also. And oh my, he's a real good guitarist. He's the one I probably, as a young kid, after watching him play for Ozzy Osbourne in New Orleans, at one point I wanted to play like him more than anyone else. But then came along, I liked the blues so much ever since a young kid, and that name just came to me. I couldn't think of it earlier. Johnny Winter came to New Orleans, and he played along with a guitarist named Rick Derringer. And I tell you, every lick that Johnny could play, Rick Derringer could do it, and even faster, if not more so. That Rick Derringer was some kind of guitarist. Boy, when I heard him play that night, I thought, boy, if I could ever play the blues like that. You know, I think the reason why God holds some talents back from us a little bit when we're young, real young, because I think He knows that unless He gave us grace for it to be otherwise, we would be inflated with pride. And later on in years, when He really confirms it to you that you can't do nothing without Him, if it wasn't for His mercy and grace, you wouldn't be able to play a guitar, do nothing. Then that in itself being infused in your mind, heart, and soul, that holds you back from pride. Um, with any talent that He blesses you with, because you know that if it wasn't for His mercy and grace, you wouldn't be able to do it. When I see people put down there on the screen, oh, you're a good guitarist, I like to be careful and say, oh, no, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. God has showed me from time to time that if it wasn't for His mercy and grace blessing me to be able to play, I wouldn't be able to play. Because there's been a few times, not many, but about 3 times at least, while playing, all of a sudden, you see, I close my eyes to the black out the world. I don't want to look at what I'm doing up here. I don't want to see anything because it helps me concentrate more on what I'm hearing. You see, Ray Charles, he was born blind, and no, he wasn't. I think he was able to see for a few months. Jose Feliciano, uh, Ronnie Millsap, I think they were born blind, and look at, one was a great guitarist, one was a great piano. That left me know you don't always have to see what you're doing. But there's been a few times while playing, God allowed that ability just to leave me. It was only for a split second, And all of a sudden, when that happened, I felt a panic come in me. And I was able to look down at the guitar like, well, what are you doing with a guitar? And I mean, not knowing what to play next, not having the foggiest idea. And then all of a sudden it came back upon me, and my hands just knew what to do and everything. So I know if it wasn't for the mercy and grace of God only, I wouldn't be able to play. I wouldn't. Uh, I'm just thankful that God has blessed me with some kind of talent in life that I can use to bleed the blues out of me, if you know what I mean. When I'm not doing this, I'm doing artwork. I like to draw and such, and which I just now noticed one of my art pieces have fallen down, but it's standing up still, so I'll leave it alone for now. But I think everybody needs some kind of something, whether you want to call it a hobby or what. But even if you got a hobby and you're talented to do it, always give God thanks for it, because He can increase you more and more. But if He sees you're getting inflated with pride, with the big I, little you, and oh, look at me, I'm better than this one. Oh no, God can take that from you. And God has showed me that about 3 times. And I'm thankful He has showed me that. That's why I always want to be careful to say, thank you, God. And if anybody says, oh, you're a good guitarist, oh no, I'm nothing. I know that if it wasn't for God's mercy and grace, I wouldn't be able to play all these different songs. I would not. There's been times in my life that I never could have played all these different songs that I'm playing now. I just couldn't have. I know I couldn't have. In fact, I think it's been over the last maybe 4 or 5 years that has just come upon me. I won't go into the story again. I had a dream one night, and after that dream, everything changed with me playing the guitar. It was like my hands just knew, regardless what song I heard, it was like my hands just knew what to do. But I can only say that with saying it's just the mercy and grace of God that He's blessed me with that, to work that way. Because there's been a few times He's removed it from me just for a few seconds while I got my eyes closed playing. And it's like I had never taken a guitar lesson in my life. I didn't know nothing at that point. Now, some might say, well, you had a mini stroke, and that's what was going on. Well, people can call it what they want, but I'm telling you, it's happened to me about 3 times. And I have seen people that have had strokes. And I know that God, if you take any glory to yourself away from Him, when He has given you everything that you've got, He can take it away from you. He certainly can. And I've seen people that have strokes, their hands become deformed and everything. And that's why I always want to be careful to just give God praise for it, because He has showed me. And when I say that I didn't know what to play next or what to do, it was as if, like, what am I doing with a guitar here? I mean, that's how bewildered I was. So it only happened for a few seconds, about 3 times in my life. And it scared me, because I want to have something in life, if not this artwork or something that I can do to relax me. It's therapeutic. You know, some people turn to drugs, some people turn to alcohol. Some people get habituated into sexual practices and stuff. Everybody seeks for something that they can have pleasure with in this life. And with me, God has given me grace to enjoy music. And if it can entertain other people, and if I could take other people along the ride with me and give them some enjoyment with it, that makes me love it even more. So, does that make any sense? I hope it does. Now I forgot what I was going to play next. Oh no! You see, I'm so forgetful, folks. I am so forgetful. A gypsy jazz song, "All of Me." Let's see. I'm gonna, even though I've got to download it, I'd have to go through too much to find it. "All of Me," gypsy jazz song. Here it is,
All of
folks.
me, gypsy.
3 gypsies playing it. Oh, I like this song. I like it. I like it.